For Zach Mcnamara!
I love those memes that are like, you and a friend have to eat 500 chicken nuggets, 4 large fries, 2 Diet Cokes in under an hour. Who do you pick to be on your team?
No one.
My dog. That's an easy one. Now give us our free t-shirts. It was my dog's birthday the other day. Happy birthday. And to celebrate my dog's birthday, I decided to cook his food hibachi style. I pulled out all the tricks, the whole shebang, throwing the food up in the air. The only problem though is, now my dog refuses to eat his food until he sees an onion volcano. I'm a crazy dog dad, if you can't tell already. Like, I created my dogs their own Instagram account, just so I could tag them in memes. And I remember this one time, this girl slid into my dog's DMs. Not mine, my dog's DMs. And she was like, "Aw, how cute. Is it a boy or a girl?" And I was like, "Aw, thanks. It's actually a dog though." They say dogs are like their owners. I never thought much of that until I got my dog. But it's true, because my dog is just like me. Because my dog is terrified of vacuums. Or if you leave some treats on the counter, I'm gonna help myself. No, my dog really is like me though, because my dog has anxiety. Like, my dog will give me the puppy eyes to not take him places. Like, one time we were on a walk, and he escaped off his leash, and instead of running away, he just ran back home. He was like, "Have fun on your walk, I'll meet you back at the house." I saw this funny article earlier today, scrolling Twitter. It goes, "Florida woman arrested." So right off the bat, you already know it's going to be a good story. Florida woman arrested after she mistakenly gave her preschool class margaritas during snack time. So since it was a mistake, I just want to know, at what point did she realize what she was doing? Like, was it when she was cutting the limes? Or was it when she was salting sippy cups? She's just like, "Shit, these are kids. I should be putting sugar on the ribs." My high school scandal was pretty wild. Freshman year algebra, my math teacher, coolest guy. He had a bald head, full beard, played metal guitar in a rock band. All the students loved him. Well, one day when he was handing back test papers, this girl was not happy with her grade, and she flips him the bird. And without even missing a beat, he just goes, "Ma'am, put your shower toy away." Whole class goes crazy like he had a Game 7 buzzer beater. She runs to the principal's office, he gets fired that day on the spot. And word of that spread around the school like a wildfire. So the next day, a bunch of students organized a protest at the flagpole. They were all like, "You can't fire him! That was hilarious!" Before I forget, guys, don't forget to check out my podcast. I'm giving away a toaster. Yeah, that's a proper response. At the end of my set, I'm gonna pick it up and chuck it over my head like it's a wedding bouquet. And whoever catches it is probably getting stitches. I also read this other funny article about this lady who gets paid 10 grand a kid to name rich people's babies. Like, shit, for that kind of money, I'll name a rich baby. I'm gonna start my own company naming rich babies. 50 grand a kid, I'll name your baby. All these rich couples are gonna start flocking to me instead of her, because 50 grand, that's the best baby name money can buy. Well, she's over there at 10 grand, like the knockoff Timu of baby names. If it's a boy, that's an easy one. I'm naming it Bo Nix. And if it's a girl, that's also an easy one. I'm naming it Bo Nix Et. God, I love the Broncos. When I was little, it was my dream to play the mascots versus kids football game at halftime of the Broncos game. And now that I'm older, that's still my dream to play in that game. But I want to play for the mascots. Just stiff-arming little kids like I'm Derrick Henry, rushing for 250 yards. I went to Jersey Mike's the other day. Got a sandwich there. It was pretty good, not gonna lie. I got the original Italian, for those curious. But the thing is, when you get those sandwich, they ask you, "Do you want it Mike's way?" And I looked at the lady, I'm just like, "Who's Mike?" I'm like, "Are you Mike? Or is that big guy back there Mike?" So I might take it his way then. Turns out it's Mike, like the name of the company. Who would have thought? So now every time I go in there, I like to play it up. I open the door, I look in. I'm like, hey, is Mike in today? Or I'll be like, hey, tell Mike to have his way with my sub. But my safe word is pineapple. It never gets a laugh. That's just show business, baby. Some people fall for those extended car warranty scams. My parents fall for fake movie trailers. Like the other day, my dad was like, hey, have you seen the trailer for the new Scream movie? It takes place in the Ratatouille universe, and the rat is the killer. And I'm like, I don't think that's real. And he's like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, just trust me on that. Another time he was like, hey, have you seen the trailer for the new Fast and Furious movie? It takes place, they find a DeLorean, travel back in time, and they're riding on dinosaurs. And I'm like, okay, well that one might actually be real. I wouldn't put it by Vin Diesel. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give you 3 movies here that my dad has told me about. 2 fake and 1 real. You gotta figure out which one is the real movie. Option A, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Tomatoes from outer space wreak havoc as they try to take over the planet. Option B, Velocipaster. After losing his parents, a man moves to China, where he discovers that he has a mysterious ability that allows him to transform into a dinosaur. Although he is terrified by his powers, a sex worker convinces him to use them to fight crime. Or option 3, the B movie. Jerry Seinfeld seduces a woman to leave her wife to save the world. Which one do you think's the real movie? Spoiler alert, they're all real movies. The B movie, cult classic, came out in 2007. Velocipasters, another cult classic, came out in 2017. And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was released in 1978 and has 3 sequels.
Oh, Jesus.
The Killer Tomatoes Strike Back, Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes, and Killer Tomatoes Eat France. Great series. One of my favorite TV shows growing up was It Takes a Thief. It was on TV during the cash cab era of shows, and basically what the show was this ex-criminal would go around and break into people's houses, and then show back up the next day with all their stuff and be like, surprise, we robbed you, and then he would hook them up with a new security system. It was like a fucked up version of Pimp My Ride. So what I would like nowadays is, I would like them to bring that show back, but I want Celebrity It Takes a Thief. And I'm not talking like him breaking into like Brad Pitt's house, Ryan Gosling's house. I want him breaking into people's houses, but I want Danny DeVito and Bear Grylls tagging along. He's just like, yeah, just shimmy this pick a little to the left and boom, that's how you pick a lock, Danny. Bear Grylls is just like, when do we drink our piss? The best, worst gift I've ever received in my life was a 101 Dalmatian slipper. Notice how I said slipper and not slippers. My grandma got me a 101 Dalmatian slipper because she thought it was a stuffed animal with a pocket. And the thing I want to know is, who sold her that slipper? And she better have gotten a discount for it too. My brother actually called in our radio station one time and told that story. And he won free concert tickets to see Toto in concert. And I was like, dude, that's my story. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so those are my tickets. And he was like, no. And I was like, well, can I at least come with you? And he was like, sorry, they only gave me 1 ticket. One of my favorite dog stories ever, actually we're gonna skip that one. Actually, no, we're gonna do it still. One of my favorite dog stories ever was about this story about this dog who got in a car crash and it got yeeted through the windshield of the car and went missing for weeks. And then the owners found it weeks later on a farm, just herding sheep, living its best life. That would be like if I got in a car crash, got yeeted through the windshield, and went missing for weeks, and then you found me a week later on a beach, playing catch with Bo Dix. Does it make me an alcoholic if I'm a rewards member at my local dive bar? No? Cool, just checking. You call it alcoholism, I call it brand loyalty. One of my favorite things to do at dive bars is is to convince strangers that beavers went extinct. I'll just be like, I just get drunk and I just start spreading misinformation. I'm just like, hey, do you know beavers have been extinct for over a decade? And usually that right there, that just right there gets them. But sometimes they'll start showing me pictures of beavers, and I'm like, no, that's fake. They're like, oh yeah, what's this one? I'm like, that one's cake. You want to know a crazy fact I did learn about beavers though? My time gaslighting people about beavers. Did you know that beavers in the wild, with no natural predators, can grow as big as a cow? They're like a goldfish. They will just keep growing. Okay, goddamn, I'm doing it to you guys now. Sorry. I love going to dive bars though, because you meet the coolest people at dive bars. Like, I met this one guy who's telling me about how he hides beer in the bushes. He hides beer in the bushes. So that way, when he gets kicked out of the bar, or the bar closes late at night, he can get a drink on his way back home from the bar. So we called him Forrest Drunk. Because like his mom always told him, bushes are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Well, anyway, one day I saw Forrest riding his bike back from the bar. I texted all my friends in the group chat. I'm like, dude, I know Forrest's route to the bar. I'm like, let's get drunk and go find his beers. And one friend was like, nah, even better. Let's hide more beers in the bushes for him. And I was like, hell yeah. Well, fast forward a couple weeks, I'm at the bar late one night, and I see Forrest talking to this guy. And he's telling him, hey, if you pay my bar tab, I'll give you these magic beer bush seeds. He's like, I'm telling you, you plant them, the bushes grow beers. It's great. And at that point, I kind of felt bad for leading him on so long. So I was like, I should apologize. But instead, I just followed that other guy home that night and hid beers in his bushes. And that's my time. Thank you.